How do I let go? On Life Notes with Paris. And I wish letting go was easy. I wish it was inexpensive. I wish I would just walk away. I wish I would forget everything about this person in a twinkle of an eye. But you know what? Letting go is hard. But how hard is it to stay? How hard is it to tolerate their disrespect? How easy is it to tolerate their abuse? How easy is it to continue staying in pain? There are important aspects that should give you a signal that it's time to let go. And number one is when you start questioning your worth. The moment you start questioning, am I really beautiful for him? Am I really valuable? Am I this ugly or am I this beautiful? The moment you start questioning your worth, that's the moment you're supposed to let go. I felt that feeling of lack of worth when I was in marriage. The moment someone moves out and you ask yourself, what did I lack? What is missing in me? What haven't I done? And those are the things that make you lose your self-esteem. They make you lose yourself in the process. And those are the very things, the moment you see them, you need to let go. In relationships, the moment you have to fight for your space in his life, that's the moment to let go. We have ladies who, you were moved out with another lady, and it's like you're pushing yourself to be the one. You're now fighting for who is better. The moment someone shows you that they have a better option, the best thing you can do to yourself is to let them have the better option. Give them space. Give them room to go. Because you take back your value. You take back your worth. You don't fight. You don't chase. No. Always have your head high. You're not yet married. So why are you in a hurry? Why are you fighting for something that is not yours? If it is showing you it's not yours in a relationship, the best thing you can do is bid it goodbye. Most of the time, we stick into relationship because we have not been brought up to be alone. We were brought up in environments whereby a lady cannot travel alone. A lady cannot sit in a restaurant, eat her food, take her drink comfortably and just be comfortable. And that still happens even today. Even when I'm still working, when I go on vacation alone, I have people that question me and ask me, who took you on vacation? Who was that took you on vacation? And sometimes I look at them and I'm like, did they just forget that I'm working? Did they just forget that I have my own money? Did they just forget that I can do it alone? But it's a cultural illusion that has made women to believe that they cannot do some things alone. And because of that, you feel locked up in a relationship because of loneliness. And I would urge every girl in your 20s, train yourself to walk into a restaurant, sit down comfortably, order for the dish, order for a drink, take it, and go back to your house. You know, the moment you will be comfortable in your own skin, the moment you will love your solitude, that is the moment you will have put value in yourself. And guess what? Any man coming into your life will have to be too sweet to enter into your solitude. Because by that time, you will not get into a relationship because of loneliness. You will get into your relationship because you want a companion. You want someone you can share this solitude with. Not because you are in need, but because you want them. And another thing that keeps us in wrong relationships is the feeling I have invested too much. And you know, I've had men who say, I have invested in that lady too much. She can't just go with my money. No way. She can't just live like that. And sometimes she even has your kid and you're like, no, I'd rather stick in this relationship because she has my baby. I mean, how am I going to leave my baby? And you know, the truth is, you will be hurting yourself in the process. And I had to come into terms with that. That is why letting go is so painful. It is more painful when children are involved. But when you look back and then you look forward, you realize, I'd rather feel the pain. I'd rather bring up my children in an environment that understands what is love than bring them up in an environment that distorts their imagination of what love could be. And you know, most of the time we think divorce is hard. Yes, it is very hard indeed. But you know what's hard? Bringing up your children in the wrong environment. Teaching them every day all the wrong things about love, all the wrong things about forgiveness, all the wrong things about marriage. And so, when you have an opportunity to let go in a relationship, if I were you today, I would use my legs to run away. Because the future is waiting. And the reality is, life is not a rehearsal. There are things that if you don't let go in a relationship, the consequences will be too painful. They leave you with scars that you can never wish away. And you know, the other thing that keeps people in relationships, toxic relationships, is the feeling that, let me give him time. He will change. He's a good guy. She's a good lady. I don't think she drinks that much. I think she'll stop one day. I think if I talk to her, she'll change. You know, I love her too much than you love yourself. And in the process, You keep waiting for change. But can I surprise you? People will only change because they want to. They will not change because of you. They will not change even if you force them. They will only change when they choose to change. And they will only change for themselves, not for you. The only person that makes the ultimate sacrifice is the one that chooses to change at an instant. When you tell them, I don't like this, they change immediately. But those you keep telling, change, please change, change, I don't like this, they repeat tomorrow. I don't like that, they repeat after 2 weeks. I don't like that, they repeat after 1 year. They will never change. You're wasting your time. That is a sure sign for you to let go. You know, another thing that keeps us in toxic relationships, and especially when it runs to marriage, is lack of financial independence. You know, most of the times, you're brought up in an environment whereby all the ownership is with a man. And here you are, you have children to bring up, and you weigh everything, and you discover walking away is not possible. Because you cannot be able to stand on your own. And well, sometimes we really do understand. And it's still happening today. But I'm sure there's so many young girls, young men listening to this. And I'll tell you, pursue your dreams. I can tell you for free, your money will never betray you. You need that money. They say money cannot buy everything, but I can tell you, money answers all things. If you don't have money, you can tolerate anything. They'll spit on you. They'll step on you. They'll walk on you. They'll do anything. So I will advise you, pursue your goals. Don't wait to be married by that rich man. Be that rich woman and get married to that rich man and respect each other. Because when you have your money in your pocket, you have a voice. I promise you, you have a voice. And that voice is very important, even for your children. These are some of the reasons people stay in toxic marriages. Some, they really don't know where to go. The fear of the unknown, the fear of starting over, the fear of what people will talk, the fear of who will say what. Yeah. And guess what? Nobody will push you to let go of a toxic relationship. This is an individual decision. You know, I meet ladies telling me, I'm unable to get out of this relationship. Yeah, I understand you perfectly well. Because nobody can push you out of a toxic relationship. You have to make the decision by yourself. Because you're the only person that knows how deep it hurts. And the moment you recognize how deep it hurts, the moment you can weigh the percentages of staying and leaving, then that's the time you decide I'm going to let go. So as I wind up, I'm wishing you a beautiful and loving relationship. And I hope you make right choices. If you love this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and remember to share. Don't forget, keep believing in yourself. Thank you.